we were not too sure about how we were going to go forward. So I reached out to the lion who never sleeps, Lion Vinod. Uh, I trust me, he doesn't sleep. And asked, can you please do a training or orientation for us? And he said, definitely yes. And we managed today. So it is 7:30 now in Sri Lanka. It's 9 o'clock in the US. I won't give a huge introduction to Lion Vinod. What I can tell you is he's the mastermind of this online diabetes global campaign. I believe last year's campaign, we served over 500,000 people. And this year with 85 districts joining in, I'm sure it'll hit the 1 million mark. So today's program is basically to get an understanding about the online diabetes awareness campaign and how we can implement it through our clubs and take it forward. So Lion Vinod is from India, but now he is based in the States, and I hand over the program to him, and I'll be switching off my video as well to listen to what he has to say. So welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, DG Shaina. Thank you for your inviting us for talking to you and your district, lovely district. I'm sure more people are coming in. So if one of you, I can make Line Tesu the co-host so that you can add people in.
I will help as well, and we know no problem.
Yeah. I also made him also co-host, and I think Darsh also is co-host now. So if we have a couple of co-hosts, that way managing this thing will be easy.
I do that, Vinod. Don't worry.
Yeah, I saw you. Okay. So DG Shaina wants me to start from scratch. What is this campaign about? How to do it? So what I'm trying to do is, in hour, I will try to make maximum. I will try to explain how the campaign works, what the campaign is about, and how to go about it also. So I will share one particular PowerPoint first. One at a time. Just a minute. So people ask me why you're so passionate about diabetes. So I just want to share a few numbers of diabetes to show you how serious diabetes is actually. So we have around 433 million people all over the world currently suffering from diabetes. And out of that, 642 million is supposed to be by 2040. So the number is increasing by almost double size. This is going, I thought I removed the animation, but anyway. And the thing is, out of, oh my God. Just a minute. Not my day today. So 1 out of 11 people with diabetes are of type 2. And why I keep saying type 2 is, this is the only one type of diabetes that can be controlled or it can be avoided if we have proper awareness. And also one more thing is that 1 out of 2% with diabetes doesn't know that they are diabetic. So again, that is why we are trying to raise the awareness on diabetes. And also in 1 second, somewhere in the world, one person is dying because of diabetes. So because of this seriousness of diabetes, we thought, why not we do something about it and make people aware of diabetes. And that's why the campaign came up in last 2 years back when COVID was there. We were sitting at home thinking of what to do. And that's why the idea of this campaign came up. So basically our campaign is not about, not for people who already are diabetic and trying to give them tips how to manage their diabetes or something like that. What we are trying to do is very simple. We have a large population who can be diabetic in another 10-20 years. So what we are trying to do is give them some awareness of how close they are towards diabetes based on their lifestyle. So that's what we come to this topic. We talk about a risk towards diabetes. I will explain what is the risk for diabetes, how we calculate it, how the campaign works, and all in a short minute. So in short, we are trying to raise the awareness to the people so that they can avoid being diabetic, and we can reduce the number of future diabetic people in the world. And this is also one of the global causes of Lyons. So why not do that? So I will share the next video, which talks about what is the risk factors and how that works. I will show it in like this because the problem is my animation is going on and it goes too fast before I can speak. So what we have, our first major model of the diabetes awareness is something called as to show the people what is the risk factors for type 2 diabetes. And like I said, there are different types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 2 is where we are concentrating because it's basically a lifestyle diabetes. And our motto is prevention is better than cure. So rather than waiting for people to become diabetic and taking care of them, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make them aware what is the risk towards diabetes. So when we say risk factors, let me just show you what are some of the risk factors that can cause a person to become more diabetic. One of the risk factors for becoming diabetes is your gender. It says men have more higher risk than women. Now, why, if you ask me, is nothing, this thing, it's not something about you're a male or a female. The research shows that females goes to the doctor more often than a male. Men are a little bit less careful about their health. So that is the reason men have more higher risk towards women. Second risk factor is in case you're a woman and you had gestational diabetes, that is when you were pregnant, you had diabetes, then you have a higher chance of becoming diabetes. Recently, I have spoken to a doctor and he said the females have double chances of becoming diabetes if they are having gestational diabetes. The third risk factor for becoming diabetes is your age. What we have seen is as you grow older, the higher the chances you're becoming diabetes. That's why when most of our lines, as I can see, we are more above 40. So we should be more careful about becoming diabetes if you're not already diabetic. Another factor is your family history of diabetes. If someone close to you, like a brother, father, mother has diabetes, chances of you becoming diabetes also are high. And if you have high blood pressure, again, there's a high chance of becoming diabetes. Now, these factors that I just mentioned, these are something that you cannot change. You cannot change your gender. Of course, you can change now, but still it's the same thing. Your age, you cannot change. Family history, you cannot change. But your lifestyle, you can definitely change. And that's what we are coming to. One of them is if you are not leading an active life, like you don't do exercise, you watch more, you sit on the sofa, watch more TV or work most of the time on a computer and doesn't do exercise, then you have a higher chance of becoming diabetes. If you are eating unhealthy, you are eating a lot of sugary food, junk food, then there is a high chances of becoming diabetes. And we have something called as a BMI. That's the ratio between your height and your weight. If you have a higher number, like this, basically if you are more fat, then you have a higher chance of becoming diabetes. So this last three factors is something that you can actually control. You can make changes in your lifestyle and try to avoid becoming diabetes. So how does our program calculate this? How is the risk calculated? And how did we get this idea? Again, this is not something that we have invented. It is already there. It has been there since long time. It's called as a Finnish diabetes risk score. And it is actually already recognized by International Diabetes Federation. And even in the in the Lions website, in the actual international website, there is a link to do the same kind of test that we are going to do. So what basically is, it's a simple form which asks you the same questions. Whatever risk factors we talked about, it has a question saying, what's your age? What's your body mass? Are you a man or female? Do anybody in your family have the same questions, just what we are seen as the risk factors? So based on that, we have created an application with this same form, and based on the user's input, like for example, if a person says he's a male, then we give them a value of 1. If there's the age category, if the higher the age, the risk number, we increase the values. And for each question, there's a value given, and at the end, based on what the score is, we calculate the risk value. So for example, the value can be from 0 to 12. So if the value is from 0 to 5, we say you have a low risk for diabetes. If the value is between 6 and 7, slightly elevated, and 8 to 12, you have a high chance of becoming diabetes. Again, this is already a proved method, not designed by us, and it is already there in International Diabetes Federation website also. So we have used this concept, created a website, and we are allowing our lines to participate, get them service points and other benefits, which I'll explain in a minute. So this is very easy calculation. It's nothing. So the users on the website, they don't have to do anything. Everything is calculated and it will come up. So I will show you a small demo of the test, how it goes. So on the website, I will take one club. So all the club links are provided. I will explain how the district is set up and everything like that. So this is my club. As you can see, it's served 1 right now. So there's a link for doing diabetes risk test. So if you click on that, there are 5 people waiting on the waiting room. If you can add them all. Okay, so it will take you to the diabetes risk test. When you click on the diabetes risk, it asks you just for your name. It doesn't, before we used to ask for name, age and things like that, but now we just ask for, because of data privacy, we don't ask anything else. We just ask for the name. So I enter my name. So just like as you've seen about the risk factors, we will ask you the same questions. Nothing, this thing, it's asking what's your gender. If I say male, it will ask me for the next question. If you are a female, then it asks you one additional question, whether you have had gestational diabetes when you were pregnant, basically. So next question after your gender, it asks you your age. You select that. It's asks you if you have any family member has diabetes, whether you have high blood pressure, if you're taking any medications for high blood pressure. Whether you do exercise regularly. Do you eat healthy food?
Excuse me, Vinod.
Yeah.
My slides are not changing.
Oh,
We are not able to see.
Oh, oh my God. Okay. Let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen now?
It's okay now. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Good thing you reminded me.
It's okay now.
Yeah. Okay. One of you, I think the co-host has disappeared. There are people waiting in the waiting room. Okay. Well, I'll go back again. So basically, you go to
Can you make me co-host?
Yes. Okay, co-host. I think because of the disconnection and connection going on, many people are becoming connecting and disconnecting. Okay, so let's get back to this thing. So basically, I'm asking for the name, the gender, the age, if any family member, is the screen changing now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
So if any family member have diabetes, then whether you have taking medication for high blood pressure, whether you do exercise regularly, whether you eat healthy food, and then the height. Basically, it's calculating the BMI. So you put your height and your weight. You click on your read the disclaimer. You can, if you want, you can see the disclaimer also. It just says it's not a medical advice. We are not giving any medical advices. So just a disclaimer. And once you finish all the 9 steps, you just say get test results. And immediately your diabetes risk towards your risk for diabetes will be calculated. So in this case, you can see I have 6 out of 12. So it's a moderate risk. Now I want to know exactly how did I get this 6? I want to know in more details. Then all you have to do is click on show detailed report. And if you go down, it will show you for each of the risk factors how the score was given. For example, in case of gender, I said male, so I got 1 out of 1. Age risk, because I am on 50 and above, I got 2 out of 3. So like I said, the higher the age, the higher the risk for diabetes. Family history I have, so my mother is diabetic, so I have 1 of 1. No blood pressure, active. So if you are doing exercises, you get 0, which is good. Diet, if you are having a healthy diet, and body mass. Now, if you notice that at the bottom, it says you are the second person served for diabetes awareness from Mangalore Tulunadu Club. So if a person is coming and doing a test from your club link, immediately after the test, your club will get the service point and it will be recorded. If you don't use the club link and come, you can still do the test, but your club will not get, because we don't know which club to give the credit for. So very, very important in this campaign is you have to tell each president that they have to do their test, or they have to share their links of their club only. And I will explain how the club links send, what is that all in a minute. Now, in the results, we have also share to Facebook, share to Twitter, and share to WhatsApp. So it's basically to tell other lines that do come and do the test. You can also click on share to Facebook, and what then happens is it goes to Facebook and shares your result on Facebook. Currently, we already have more than 3,400 shares of people. I will show you how it looks. So it comes to my page. You can put some messages also if you want, saying this is my program. Why don't you do your test also? I say post. It will close. If I go back to Facebook, you will see that my result card has been posted in Facebook, and it says my club name, served by Mangalore Tulunadu Lions Club. And the beautiful thing about this is if anybody clicks on it, it will take them to your club website. So this is another way of increasing services, because we are trying to use social media to increase your serving. So we want to use Facebook, we want to use Twitter, or any emails anywhere. So if anybody now clicks on that Facebook link and comes to the site and does a test, after the test, your club will get the service point for that. And of course, they will get their results too. But that's how this thing works. So we are trying to give maximum help for each club so that they can do the services. And it's also a very good social, image building exercise, because as you can see, everybody in Facebook, they have 250, 300 friends. So in this case, now you can see I have almost 3,500 people. So if I just posted this message, almost 1,000 people must have seen my message with this logo. So if even 10% of the people come and click on that link and do the test, you got 100 people served. So this is the beauty of this campaign. Using social media, we can do services, and we have some other things also. I'll explain to that. So that is the first part. Now, how a district is set up, I'll try to explain. Just a minute. So I just want to explain for some people who are new to the campaign. I'm just trying to explain how a district is set up, how a club is set up, how reports are taken out. I'll just show you a small demo of that. So whenever a new district comes, what we ask, we don't ask for too many information. We just ask for the district governor's name, the photo, and the district logo. Why we ask for this information is the certificates that will be printed for that particular district will have the district governor's name, photo, and the logo also. So if we are customized each for each district. So any district, they see their own district, they will see their own information coming up. Also, to handle the district, we ask for two or three ambassadors from each district. What the ambassadors does is they are the main person. The DG is busy; they can't do this campaign. It takes a lot of time and effort. So from each district, we take two or three. Three is maximum, I will advise. So it doesn't have to be the DC diabetes. If you want, you can add DC diabetes. You can have. I will suggest also include DC IT also, because social media they are more comfortable with this thing, and GSTs also are advisable. So what we ask is also their ambassador's photo and the name and the current district position. Once I have that information, what we do is from my LCI, I will take data of the district, which includes, for if you have 110 clubs, for each club, what's the club number and the club name. So this information you don't have to send me. We have the data. We take that and we put all this into our database. Once this is put into our database, the database will create for every club in your district a separate link. So if you have 110 clubs, we will have 110 links for your district. That's why I said very clearly, each club has to do their service from their own link. If you do from some other club, you will still get they will get some benefit for the other club. They will see the results, but the benefit will go to the other club. Also, for the ambassadors and the DGs, what we are doing is we are giving them something called as a dashboard. In the dashboard, the district can actually start monitoring the clubs. See what is the benefit, what is the services done by each clubs. That is the first thing. So this year we have three modules. One is the risk awareness, one is the am I diabetic, and one we also have something called as career counseling also. So for each of them, you will be able to see how much each clubs are doing, and for each month. So our campaign is going to run from July till February. So for each month, what is the service done? I will show you a small demo of this also in a minute. From the dashboard, we have something called as a milestone. You can print the milestone from the dashboard itself. You don't have to ask me or anyone. Once you have your district dashboard, as soon as a club milestone, what basically it says is we want to motivate the club presidents. What we are doing is, as the clubs reaches a particular milestone, like say 50 served, the dashboard will start displaying a number there, 1. So if you click on that particular club's milestone certificate will be printed. So this is again an automated process. You don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. As soon as the club reaches that particular participation number, the milestone will come. I will, in our strategies, we'll discuss about what to do with these milestones and things like that. I will explain in a minute. Also, we have something called as the service report, which comes from the same dashboard. What that means is our lines are doing so much service already. This 18 weeks, we have 840 lines. Clubs already have done minimum 10. So at the end of the month, we want these lines to report to my lines saying that you have done this service. So we are providing you a service certificate at the end of the month. So for July certificate, on August 1st, the dashboard will show a link to download those certificates also. So the ambassador's job will be to download the certificates, give it to the Lions Club, and make sure they are reporting to my lines. At the end of the campaign, there any club who has done minimum 250 we call them as a star campaigner because we really want to appreciate them and we provide them, but this only comes at the end of the campaign. Something called as a star campaigner certificate, which we normally suggest to be issued during the district convention or some big district programs where the club president can be honored for doing this project, but they have to do minimum 250. I will show you a demo of the dashboard of one of the districts. Just a minute. I will show you one of Sri Lanka's district. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
And now it's
Yeah. Okay. So this is a dashboard for 306C1. This is the current dashboard for the district. And why I'm very happy is district C1 suddenly learned they got into this campaign this year, and they have picked up very fast. And you can see the served very fantastic job. So for each, like I said, for every club in that district, it will show you there each numbers for that performance for the club. Of course, there are, if it is nothing, you will see zeros. So on the top, you can see there are 3 tabs. Risk, it will show you how many they are done for the risk model, amended diabetic model, and the counseling model. Now I'll show you how the milestone certificate is done. For example, Hokandra Lions Club, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 milestones. If you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in case of this club, there's only 4 because they only have reached 933. So for individual, as the club gets the numbers, they will the milestones will keep on increasing. So I'll click on number 1. The number 1 says so the milestone numbers are from 50, 100, 250, 500, 1000, 250, 2500, 5000, 10,000, and so on. So if I click on number 1, the milestone for that particular club will open up for 50 served. And as I said, the district governor's name, photo, the logo should have come. Something is wrong. I will look at that later. And if you have the campaign ambassador, the campaign ambassador's information also will come up with the club. In this case, we are giving it to the club, not the president. Only the star campaigner's certificate will be issued to the president. All the rest will be actually issued for the club because it's a club work done together. And on August 1st, what you will notice is this number over here will become clickable at this time because we still have 10 more days in the month. It is not clickable, so you can't report to MyLines immediately. So you wait till August 1st. On August 1st, this 1549 or whatever number will be there will become clickable, and then you will be able to get your service report. Now, service report will be there will be 3 service reports for this year. Last year we had all one single service report, but because this is 3 separate modules, what we are doing is we are giving service certificate for risk awareness, diabetic, and counseling separately. To get the service certificate, a club must minimum do 10 service a month. So for example, this one is definitely will be eligible. And if you go down, scroll down, up to here, these clubs are eligible for service certificate. Diyavana club has to do 6 more to get service certificate for July. And this will change. So when it reaches July, in August, what will happen is we'll stopping for services for July and we'll start for August. And then this August numbers will start. And the dashboard is only for ambassadors and the DGs, not to be shared to the presidents because it has sensitive information like downloading the certificates and things like that. So it's a monitoring tool for the ambassadors only. And I will provide the links. Each district have their own links, so we will be providing that links to each as we go. Any questions if you want to ask now before I go to the next one? If you have any questions, you can ask me now.
Lan, just to
Yeah.
find out, is it possible to change the service ambassador every 2 months or something like that?
Yes, yes,
Or
it can be done. Ambassador, see, ambassador again, it's your choice. It's a DG's choice or this thing. So in case you want to change the ambassadors, yes, you can. Only thing is, what happens is if some certificates have been printed before, that certificate will contain the old ambassadors photos, and the newer certificates will carry the newer ambassadors photos in there.
thank you.
Yes, it can be added or deleted anytime. It's up to you. If you want to add or change, it's always possible. Any other questions anybody wants before I go to the next one? If you want to, you can unmute yourself and speak, and we can. Okay, I guess everybody got this thing. It's very simple, isn't it? Not too difficult. So I will go to the next one. So we'll see what is the benefit for the clubs. Basically, many times, many people ask me is, many presidents basically, they ask what's the benefit for them, when we do this campaign. Of course, we are doing service, but there, what additional things we can get from the campaign. So I'll just explain a few things, some benefits of doing the campaign for the clubs. So of course, first is it's a global cause. This year we have two global cause. One is diabetes awareness, and also we are doing youth empowerment also. So these two global causes we are taking care this year. I will not go to the career model because of lack of time. We'll discuss that later if anybody is interested. So let's the first one, like I already mentioned, the first benefit for a participating club is the milestone certificates. Milestone certificates, like I said, as the club serves more and more, they will get more and more certificates. So for example, for the first one is at 50, then 100, 250, 500, 1000. And there are clubs who even reaches 50,000 also. We have 8 months. So they have the abilities, they have done that also. So we have done up to there. So after 1000, it becomes a little higher, 1000, then 2500, 5000, 10,000, and so on. And the certificates, like I said, they come automatically on the site. Nobody has to do anything. But the ambassadors, they have to be always looking, like maybe once in a day or maybe twice or thrice in a day. Look for clubs who have got a new milestone. They download the milestone. They put it in the district WhatsApp group. You say congratulations to the president. What happens is the clubs get really highly motivated with that, and then they start to do more. And not only that, it motivates the other clubs also. Oh, that club has got 50. Okay, we want to do that also. So there's a healthy competition that starts up with doing this. So whenever milestones are seen, you download them and post it and give congratulate the club presidents. They will be very happy. The second benefit, as I mentioned, the club gets to report to MyLines. As I already said in the this is the actual certificate that will come in month of for July. On August 1st, it will be shown up on the dashboard. So again, it has the ambassador's details. It has a district logo, the name of the DG, and the club number and everything, and how much they have served for that month will also be displayed. And as I said, you can see this is for diabetes risk awareness. There are three services you can do this year. One is the risk awareness. Second one is the AMA diabetic and the career counseling. So for three, we have separate certificates. So you have to do minimum 10 each to get those certificates for that particular service. So you can use the certificate. You can go to MyLines. You can report to, and you can also include the certificate there as proof of your service done. So this is one another benefit that you get. And third is recognition as a star campaigner. Like I mentioned, this is done at the end of the year. So what we do is, as soon as a club reaches 250, one of our core member will contact the ambassadors, or the ambassadors can see it, and they can send the president's photo and the name to us. So what we do is, we will show that president's photo along with the DG on the homepage of the club, on that particular club, not for the entire district, only for the club. For example, I can show you one of that. For example, in this case, of course, this president is definitely a star campaigner. It is already served 5,000. So if I go to the website of that particular club, what you will notice is, along with the DG, we have the president's name also coming up on the right side. Is it visible, or is my screen? Because one second. You can see this screen where you can see the DG's name, the president has come up there, and the coordinator's name. So that is the first place we are showing the presidents, even though the campaign is not over. After 250, once we get the details of the president and the name of a photo, we display it on the website. Another place where you can see these details of the star campaign is, for every district, what we have is, we have the district governors' names and photos there. If you look at there, let me show you one district. For that district, it will display the coordinators and all the star coordinators, and I mean star campaigners' photos and the names and the clubs also. It will be in order. The highest will always be shown first, and the lowest will be shown at the last. So two places we are showing the star campaigners in the year, as soon as the club becomes 250. So this is another benefit of becoming a star campaigner also. 250, you can do it easily in a month. We'll show you some strategies, and we'll figure out how to do that. One second.
Lion Vinod,
Yeah.
before you proceed, I have a question. I may have missed this in case you have already explained it, because I had a power cut.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
you mentioned 3 types of projects.
Yes.
So now we have, now I know we are doing the online test through the link. What
Mhm.
are the other 2 types of
Yes.
projects?
Yes. It's a good question. Okay, I'll explain. If you look at the brochure of this thing, I'll open up the brochure. One second. Is my screen visible with the benefits and
Stop.
recognition?
Yeah, that is good.
Okay. So here I'll show you. Actually, no, not that. See what we have. I'll show it on the website itself. There are 3 models this year, because what happens is, this is the 3rd year of the campaign, and many districts have already done this campaign. So they wanted something new also to do. That's why we thought, okay, why not add something more to the campaign? So if you go to the website, what happens is, along with the diabetes risk, we also have something called as diabetic model also. So what that says is, it's basically, some people, they have some symptoms of diabetes, like they are going to the toilet quite often, they are having some tingling effects in their feet. So it's again a basic check based on the symptoms of diabetes, to say whether you are diabetic already or not. What is the risk of you are being diabetic? I'll give you a demo of that. It's very simple. So I'll show you the second model. So I just go to am I diabetic module. I put my name. So it will ask you, have you noticed any changes in your weight recently? Then, do you feel thirsty? Again, this is another of the symptoms of diabetes. So it will ask you whether you are thirsty all the time. Are you going to the toilet more often? And if you have any cuts and wounds which is not healing fast, anything like that. Any change in the vision, whether you're getting blurry screens, blurry visions, or anything like that. Tingling effects on your feet, hands, etc. If you are feeling excessive tiredness, etc. suffer any dizziness. And again, we have to click on the disclaimer and get the result. As you can see, again, here in this case, my risk is very low here in this case. And it will show you more details also. So it is very similar to the risk awareness model. But here in this case, we are targeting the people who may be already diabetic and they haven't got the confirmation they are diabetic. Again, this is not a medical advice, but if it shows moderate, high, or very high risk, we suggest you go to the doctor and get a medical advice on that, like get your blood sugar checked and things like that. So that is the second model. And the third model is for students. As we have so many LEOs in our districts, we want our LEOs and even not our LEOs, also the lines can take part. What we have is a third model, which is called as, which is the career. What we try to do is we are trying to match the career of a person to the interest. So again, this is not something invented by us. If you go to the blog, you will be able to read all the details about how it is calculated, what is the meaning of Holland codes and things like that. But basically what it means is it's again not for already who are old people. We are talking about students who are going to pass out from colleges, and many of the lines they do career counseling in schools and colleges. So you can introduce this model also during the program. You can ask the students to do the test and see what careers are matching for them. We have a database of more than 550 career options, and as far as I have got the feedback, how many people have done, they are saying it is coming very accurate to what they like, and it's the numbers are coming very correct. So this is, I have not we have some around 2000 tests done so far this year, and as the year goes, as the districts will have more programs, we'll be able to handle this one. So that's why we are saying three models. So for getting service certificate for am I diabetic, you have to do 10 of this. Means a club has to do 10. For diabetes risk, you have to do 10. And career path, if you do 10, you get 3 separate certificates. So it doesn't mean that every club has to do all the 3. You can decide what you want to do and you can do the particular service. So that's the 3 models that we're talking about. Also, what we have is we also have something called as a top 20 competition to keep that little fun for Reliance. Out of the 85 districts, that is from all over the world, we have almost 8,000 not 8,000, we have how many clubs? I don't even remember now. Yeah, 8,000 clubs. We are giving her top 20 competition. So again, the top 20 competition will be shown on the website. If you go to the home page, and here you have top 20, and you can see which country, which club, and the position right now. So this is a every month competition. So after July, in August, it will be reset, and it will start for August month. And at the end of the year, we'll have a together number and have again a top 20 competition. So this is another way of encouraging clubs to do more. And this year we have already started something called as a monthly seminar. Or a speaker we are inviting speakers on diabetes, experts on them. And after the event, we also release the quiz for that month. The quiz will run for the entire month. And again, the quiz is based on diabetes awareness. A club can participate in that. They can send their club's quizzes links to other non-lines. And as soon as you do that quiz, you get a certificate on the spot. You don't have to wait for the month or any milestone. Every person who passes the test will get a certificate. Again, I'll give you a demo of that. And this is a very easy way a club can serve, because every time you do a service, someone does a quiz from your club, the club will get a service point for diabetes awareness. So I'll display this thing. You can see it served 3. So if I go to quiz, it will ask you 10 questions, basically, just like the other models. And this quiz will change every month. So so we will have 8 sets of quiz and each eight different certificates for them. So this month we have adult diabetic management. Already the seminar was over. We had a full house, and a video recording is available. If anybody's interested, I can send that across. I'll show you the quiz very fast. You have to get at least 6 out of 10 to pass the test. And once you finish the quiz, like I said, immediately the certificate is generated. You don't have to wait for anything. It's there, right there. The person can right click, save the image and save it into the computer. If they want, they can post it into Facebook. And similar to the other models, some people will not be happy to post their results, I mean health result to Facebook, but they will be happy to post their certificates. So if I go back to Facebook, you can see that it just says I have completed, and the link has come. And once again, this is clickable. If someone clicks on this, it will take them to that particular club's quiz page, and if they do the test, the club will get benefited. So the idea of this campaign is share as much as possible, so that other people will come and do your test also for you, and you get points for that. So this is a new thing for this year, something called as quiz and the seminar. So the clubs are taking part in that. And one more benefit about this thing is the clubs. It's a very good image building program. Everywhere we are not saying we care, we serve. We are telling, we are showing the club name, the district, and we are trying to build the that particular participating district's image. So everywhere, wherever you can do it in social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you can share it, and people will look at it. And again, the club, when people see the image building part, people will say, okay, this club is quite active, and they will like to join your club also. So we have seen many times people are joining when they see this image building. People have been joining their clubs also. So it's a very good way of increasing your members for your clubs too. Also, one more thing we have introduced this year. Again, this was again, idea sharing. Any meeting, we ask people for giving ideas, and one of them talked about hybrid program. So it was not fully defined at that time, but we put our heads together and we came up with this idea this year. Every Lions Club, because now COVID is over, not over, it's still there, but many Lions Club have started doing physical medical camps. So when you do a medical camp, what we are trying to do is try to save some money by doing online and physical at the same time. So a suggestion of this thing is like this: in the entrance, a couple of lines can sit and take data from the users who are coming. I mean, the people, they can check their diabetes risk. If they see they are high, they can send them for the diabetes test. So if you do something like that, it is called as an hybrid test. I'll show you some examples. Already within last 3 weeks, we had 4 clubs already doing hybrid test. I will just show you a demo. Just a minute. The first club done was from Nepal. As you can see, they are doing both the events. This is from Tanzania. It's a brand new club, and they just started a week back, and they did a hybrid camp already. This is from Bombay, one of our core members, Rupesh Mehta. And this is from indoor 3232 E1. So what's the benefit of that? What we're trying to do is, if a club doesn't hybrid camp, you send us the details about how many people served, and some proof of like a photo or a video of the camp. What we do is, along with your already the online campaign, this thing is already credited to the club. We'll also credit the physical served number also to the club for doing the hybrid test. So this is another way of giving benefit to the club. And we are keeping a limit. A club can do maximum 1,500 hybrid tests, I mean numbers in a month, so that we don't get too many numbers from a club also. So this is a new thing that we have introduced this year. And okay, any questions at this time? I can see one hand line. Gansham Kamani.
Sir, Sonu here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Your name keeps changing, sir.
Yeah, I just changed that thing. I just wanted to ask one thing, whether we can involve the way you're saying that in the district site, everything will be updated along with the certificates and all that stuff. Can we involve Leos in this thing?
Of course. The Leos are our heroes at this time. They are the ones who are doing the maximum. So the thing is, I have access for lines data from my LCI, but Leos I don't have. So for Leos, what I ask is, all you need to do is just send me the club numbers and the names in a Excel sheet or in a proper format, and I can add them in. And we have very dynamic Leos who are doing very well in Nigeria, in Nepal, in India. There are Leos who are doing fantastic job. So yes, definitely we can include Leos for this also.
Thank you. I'll be getting in touch with you in person for that thing.
Okay, great. And like I said, the Leo will have their own club, so they will get their own service certificates. They can report to my lines, or they can report to the district also, as wherever they want to.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I think no other questions. So let's go to the strategies. We already okay. I'll go through the strategies very fast. This year, many lines, many places, they are starting new, and they are asking how to start the campaign. Okay, we understood the concept, we understood the risk factor, we understood all this thing, but how we really start the campaign? So what we did is, this year we have something we like, as we were discussing, we are also created a document for strategies guide also. So as we do that, I will explain a few strategies from that. It's very easy, and if you follow the strategies, I can guarantee you that the campaign will be highly successful in your districts. I see a hand, Sudas Ratna Shekhar, please, you can ask the question. Line, Sudas.
Can you upload this video, please? Because I couldn't attend to the first meeting, and so just I came late.
Yeah, definitely. I will be after the meeting. I will upload it into YouTube, and I will pass the links across. So you definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let us go to the strategies. I'll go through a few strategies, how they are done, so that and it's very simple. Like I said, it's a very simple campaign. If you do it right, it's very easy. You can and the beauty is, what we are seeing is, even if you don't want to use social media also, you can still be successful in your district. I'll just explain how just in a minute. Okay, everybody can see my screen. So the first strategy that we talked about, already we have implemented it, and we got more than 4,000 downloads on the frames. So what we do is, first thing is, we want to the campaign ambassadors, the DGs, and all the lines, right? What you do is, you use our frame. The frame is there in TBC lines. I'll show you the frame. This is even before you start the campaign, you can just do that. You go to this link, which is there on the strategy guide. You can see already 4,123 supports are there. You get the frame. You can put your photo in there. Once you have the photo, you can download it and make your Facebook profile page. You go to your Facebook. And as you can see here, in my case, my profile page, this is my one of the campaign frame, this thing. The idea behind this thing is you are showing yourself that you are proud of doing this campaign. So when you do that, it will motivate people, members on your club, other people to also join the campaign. Second thing is it creates a curiosity from the audience or from the your friends and this thing, what exactly is this campaign is. And when their curiosity comes, they will start want to do the campaign also. So this is a first strategy, very simple, nothing much. Just ask all your line members in your club. If you have 25 members, ask them, all of them. If you have Facebook, WhatsApp, download your frame, put your photo and upload it. You do that, it shows that you are ready for your campaign. So that's the first strategy, very simple. After that, once and of course I will pass this strategy guide also. It has been posted in the campaign group also. We give this this brochure to the campaign ambassadors. So when they're ready, what we do is we send the district links. Like I said, if you have 110 clubs, each club you will get a link, separate link. So many people ask, what do I do with this thing? Many people just share that, they just post the link as it into the group, which is not a very good idea, because like I said, if one club does clicks on a different club's link and do the test, they don't get credit for that. So it is advisable that you send the club links only to that particular club member, to the president. So that's what I also mentioned about this thing is, don't work alone, involve the entire district. Become what the ambassadors can do is talk to the region chairperson, talk to the zone chairperson, and send only that particular club links to that region chairperson or zone chairperson, so that they can then send it across to their presidents. So that way the task becomes easy, because some districts have 330 clubs also. So it's not very easy for them to send one by one. So they can involve their region chairperson, zone chairperson to do this work for them also. And then what you do is you set up a target for region 1 or zone 1. This is a target we want served for this particular within 8 months. So after once the club gets the link, next what do you do? So this is again, like I said, we don't have to do any social media marketing or anything. First thing is, let's do it at home. Not home, I mean is let's keep our lines fit and healthy. So if your club has 20 or 30 members, just ask each member, not anybody else, just your member, can you send the links to them, they test themselves. So like what I said was, if you do 10 in a month, you are eligible for the service certificate for that month. So every club has minimum 20 members. Ask each member to do a test himself, both the test. You can do diabetes risk awareness and am a diabetic test also. If you're already diabetics, you can avoid it because it has no meaning. Just for a number, we don't want to do the test. So the idea is we are asking the lines to do the test so that they are themselves aware about their risk. I have seen so many lines who are diabetic already. Even our IP is diabetic right now. So let us raise the awareness within our lines itself before we go to the general public. So strategy 2 is very simple. Just ask your lines, just from the club members, just do a test. Now, how you can do it? When they come for the club meetings, or you can send them the link, or by WhatsApp, email, or anything. And you can call, the presidents can call each member and say, hey, I want this test done by you right now or within 2 days, and confirm it. So, and how we can know whether you are doing the test? The president can check their website, the club links, and see how much they have served, so they can know that people are doing the test. Once every member of your club is done, next you go for the family and your friends. Now, again, it's a very easy task, not very difficult at all. Every club member will have 2 or 3 members in your home. So your wife, your children, or your brother, sister, when they come for parties, give them your phone with the test. Wait, why don't you check your risk for diabetes? When you do this thing, again, like I said, if you look at the numbers I just mentioned before, if you in this case, a district has 56 clubs. This is one of the clubs in one of the districts. I don't remember now. So they have 56 clubs. So if you have 20 members, you already have served 2,250 already just by doing the each members itself. Now look at the numbers. If you ask your family members to do it, you can reach 44,800. Now how? Each line member will have relatives, at least we are talking about 20 members, family, brothers, sisters, cousin brothers, father, mother, uncles, at least 20. If each of those members do that, you can reach 44,800 served for that particular district. So like I said, we are not even gone to the social media. Without reaching social media, we can serve 44,000 if you have 56 clubs in your district. Again, a very easy thing to do. Next is a strategy which we start, which I will show you, very nicely done by a district in Botswana. What we are asking is the president of the club, they make a video with the club members asking the public to that they are doing this campaign awareness, and please participate in it so that we can eradicate diabetes from the world. I will show you the video. It's a very beautiful video done by them.
I am President Masego of the Lions Club of Pakalani, Botswana. I and my team are working together to reduce the rise in the dreaded disease diabetes around the world and to make the world a better place. To achieve that, we plan to spread awareness of diabetes risk through the Lion Worldwide Awareness Campaign.
Join us. Together we can. Together we will. As one.
So such a simple video, right? There's nothing much to do on this thing. You just record a small thing, and what you can do is you can post them on Facebook. And again, this again creates and when you post that on Facebook, you post your club link also at the same time with that. So what happens is, again, it creates public curiosity as what this campaign is, and they will start asking you what this campaign is about. That's how you start using this. Another strategy, next one. Any questions till now? Find the strategies easy, or are they hard? Any questions on this? Okay, no questions. That's good. Okay. Again, another strategy what we have is Lions Club always does public meetings. They have some kind of meetings, maybe the club installation, the cabinet installation, where we are inviting general public to come in. So during that session also, what someone can do is, during the registration table, you can also see keep a tablet, one or two lines can sit there and ask the people to do the check their diabetes risk. You can give make it little sweetened. You can say, okay, whoever has done the test during the meeting, there will be a surprise gift for them also. So something like this, some innovative ways you can actually make people do this test during your club meeting itself. Then what we have is to make the campaign this thing, what we have done is we have some graphics created for you. If you go, I will show you where it is. So if my club is already, like I said, if already my club is already there, if I click on the name of the club, it will take me to the media page where different media are already created for you. There is a diabetes risk media for you.
Eh?
There is an am I diabetic options available.
Huh?
And the nice thing here is each of the images, there's a QR code already there. And this QR code
Well-
is actually for your club. It's not general. So whichever
Really?
club has come in, when they come in, they get their QR code. So if you post this into Facebook, etc., again, people will be coming and clicking and they will do the test. So this is another way of getting people do your test. I already mentioned about hybrid medical camps. And apart from reporting to MyLines, whenever you do a hybrid camp, what you can do is you can also post this your service to Stories of Pride, which is a Lions international website. So the reason why I encourage people to do that is there are a lot of lines and a lot of general public actually attending, reading this website or visiting this website. So they will see your program, and you can also post your club link also in there also. So this is another way of image building for the club also. And another thing, like I said, motivation is the main way you can actually motivate the clubs. So I have seen some district they do very well, and some district they don't do because of no motivation for the clubs. So it depends on the campaign ambassador how well you're going to motivate the clubs. So as soon as a club gets a milestone, you post it in not Facebook, in your district WhatsApp group, congratulate them. The clubs will be happy, and the other clubs will also want to do it. Also, what you can do is, nowadays printing cost is not very high. I think 10 rupees back in India, or less than 25 cents in US. What you can do is you can issue certificates on different levels of the district programs. For example, in a zone meeting, the zone chairperson can print the highest milestone for the club, print it and issue it to the clubs during their program. It will highly motivate the district clubs to do more because they get appreciation from the zone chairperson. Similarly, a region chairperson can do a service certificate during his region conference. What we can do is, when the region conference is going to be held, they can contact us. We will provide them the total service certificate, that is a total for the year, and they can print it and issue it to them. You can see that this has been done in a few districts. This is Indore, and this is in Ludhiana, and this is in South Africa. And the star campaigner certificate can be issued during the district convention. And again, like I said, it highly motivates the clubs. Now, this top 20 clubs that top 20 district club competition that we are talking is really very highly competitive. 8,000 clubs to be in this top 20 really takes a huge numbers. To be this, probably around Tanzania should have reached almost 1,500 served by now. So it's not possible for every club or every district to reach these numbers. So what you do in that case, what you can do is the district themselves can create their own competition, district-wide competitions. What you can do is every month the district governor can declare a top 10 competition for their own district clubs, and they can issue maybe a district governor service award for the clubs, or give a multiple district recognition at the end of the year. The district governors get access to the international president's pin and appreciation certificates. They can be issued to the top 2 clubs, something like that. Again, this is up to the discretion of the DGs, and they can decide how they want to motivate the clubs. This I'm adding more to this motivational strategy guides, and as we add more, I will keep on sharing this guide. this guide is already posted in the group. If someone has not got it, message me. I will give you. Will be glad to share you the PDF of that. So with that, I have covered most of the aspect that I needed to cover. So I think we can go for question answer sessions. I'm sure we'll have some doubts regarding this thing. So please go ahead and ask me.
Thank you, Lion Vinod. So, Lions, you can unmute yourself and ask any questions.
Yeah,
If
you
you
can
could just
raise the
raise your
hand,
hand.
raise the hand,
Raise your
and then yeah, that way we know who is wants to ask. Implementation of this thing is very simple. Okay, Dr. Anu, please go ahead.
Thanks, Lion, Vinod. You have
Yes.
explained very nicely all the things.
Okay.
But due to because I am now right now I'm in my consulting, I'm in clinic.
Yes.
I was not able to fully